Hey everybody, and on today's review we're taking a look at the Mezco Toys King Conan figure. And here out of the box we have King Conan. He has his removable chest piece, removable belt, and removable chain link skirt on. He is double jointed, as opposed to the last two Conan figures we've got, who are single jointed at the elbow. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of his accessories before we get into the figure himself. Alright, so King Conan comes with a shield, which originally I thought looked pretty similar to the first release Conan shield, but once we bring it into focus here, the new shield is much larger and more ornate. He comes with your standard Mezco base and arm. Not much to see there. He comes with two different capes or cloaks. One is, so the fur cloak that I have here is not bendy wire, but it does feel nice. The royal cloak is bendy wire, it will hold its shape. He has a royal king's sword and scabbard. The scabbard does have I guess fake leather pieces to attach. We'll see how good I am at doing that on camera. That's a tight fit in there. But the detailing on this sword is real nice, real pretty. I can't get a little bit more light on that. In addition to his sword, he also comes with a warhammer. Oh no. Comes with a warhammer and a battle axe, so your Conan is kitted out with weapons. And then he has a torch with removable fire, and the fire does catch the light pretty well. And non-combat accessories, he has, of course, the standard multitude of hands from Mezco, a nice trimmed king head with no beard. He's got the nice short bob with the crown. And then he has a more savage expression head with the wind blowing. And last but not least, he has a chest harness that you can put on over his armor. Looking at Conan out of the package, I do not have my measuring... No, I do have my measuring tape on me. He stands just over 6 inches. Of course, this will probably look different in the camera. More importantly, let's get him compared to the first release Conan that I stuck the Conqueror shirt on. And there is Conan side by side with Conan, and you can see the visibly aged difference between the two. Also, the skin color is slightly different, but the most important difference between these two, aside from the sculpted new boots, sculpted gauntlets, or bracers, is that King Conan is double jointed. And of course that should make a pretty nice difference whenever you are posing this guy up for ACBA, figure photography, or if you're doing TikTok videos like I am. And just for a couple quick size comparisons outside of Mezco, move him to the center here. We have him next to Marvel Legends Wolverine, who he does tower over. And we have him next to a Mythic Legions, which will in turn tower over him. In general, I like the height of this Conan. He looks good. Next to another Conan, there's not a ton. Oh, I need to put him next to a Killer Gorilla. And we have him next to a NECA King Kong. I had to hunch him over a little bit to get him to stand properly. But if you're like me and you use the NECA Kong as just as big savage apes, they will look great next to this Conan. You can take off his belt and his armor, so let's go ahead and do that now on camera. There we go. And actually they're pretty well hidden, but there's just two little tabs here. You just pop off, that comes off, and then on the shirt it's a little bit more cumbersome, which is too bad. I mean, it's secure. Let's get him naked on. There we go. On. And we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and put a different head on him while we're doing this. one thing I like about excuse me, I've been getting over being sick. One thing I do like about Mezco is how easy it is to swap parts on them when you need to. There's no real heat and pop needed. Alright, let's go ahead and look at King Conan and his articulation. We've already pointed out the double jointed elbows, but let's get him here. Come out a little bit. Alright, so take a step off here. He does have a joint, kind of a joint here, but it doesn't really work. The head and neck are a little stiff. I don't know if I'm going to heat treat those or not, but he does get decent articulation out of it. Shoulders go that far. Nice double joint, gets us some articulation there. Nice in and out on the fists. Mezco torsos strike again. They're not very good. Guess Hasbro's not the only one that's not the best with diaphragm joints. He has loosened up since I've got him. I've only messed with him a little bit off camera. Yeah, it's starting to loosen up actually pretty good. And then he does have an ab rocker as well. So you can get him in some pretty decent lurching and barbarian-esque poses. His legs are similar to the older Conans. Ball joints there. Nice there. Good range in the knee. Not gonna quite touch his booty. Not too bad. No calf swivel. And the thing that disappoints me on him that I couldn't remember if the old Conan did, but let's go ahead and move him there. The old Conan's feet, I got not great motion, but I mean it works. And this guy out of the package, he could loosen up with time, but not as much playing the feet for articulation. Not much up, a little bit down, and there's an ankle rocker there, but it doesn't quite want to work for me. But I did just pay for him, so I might be a little cautious while posing him. While we have his armor off, let's go ahead and look at it, because it's real pretty. There we go. Good faux leather look, lion on the chest. And you see that here's where it connects. And on the back. Just a really pretty piece, and there's his belt. His belt also has some intricate details painted on there. Alright, now we're going to try and put his scabbard onto the belt. I've seen The Amazing do this. I don't have as much faith that I can do it, because I am a dum-dum. If you do need help, forgot to mention, there are instructions that come with this. You can see that shows you where the peg holes for everything are. And then we have the instructions here. So let's see, long strap on sheath slides through cutout area on belt, pull strap fully through inside of belt. So here is cutout area. We're gonna pull it all the way up here. Huzzah. Alright, step one complete. Pull strap over the top of the belt and back through the sheath, pull strap up and back through the belt. So fold you down. Alright, so I was not able to put on the scabbard on camera. That is a tough little bitty to get on. However, here is King Conan kitted up with his sword, his chest harness, his royal cloak, which just kind of sits on there. I don't really love it. It'll do for a couple shots here and there though. And overall, for $100, I am glad to pick this guy up. He'll look great next to young Conan in the collection. I don't know if I'll buy any more if Mezco does anymore. I've got two Conans and I feel pretty good with both of them. Like if they did one based on more like Carrie Nord art, I could see myself picking one up. But yeah, overall really glad to have these guys in the collection. I'll get some photos here at the end of this, and yeah. If you guys liked watching the review, if you guys felt like you learned a little bit of something, I just realized he's cockeyed, feel free to like, subscribe, share, and all that, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.